Well, I am back in New York today for my first in-person Apple event. Super exciting. Today, Apple unveiled 4 pieces of hardware and some software, which I'll touch on at the end here. But first up, let's go over what's new with iPad Air. They spent like 3 seconds talking about the new models specifically. Now there is a brand new 13-inch, so basically sort of a rebranded 12.9-inch. No promotion, but the M2 chip. 2 new colors as well, blue and purple. I thought these were great. I mean, they're not brand new and exciting like the iPad Pros are, which we'll talk about, but I think they're really well priced. They start at, or the 11-inch starts at $599, the 13-inch starts at $799. So it's a great price point for those who want to get into the iPad, Stage Manager, all that. You also get updated base storage, so we no longer have 64 gigs as the base option, thank God. Starts out at 128, so really good deal, I would say there. What else about it? They both have LCD displays, and is that about it with them? I'm with Chris Lawley, he was there, so am I forgetting anything? Okay, so I think I got everything here. I'm on the street shooting this, so it's really fun. But next up, let's talk about the iPad Pro. That's what we've been waiting for a while, you know, a pretty substantial refresh, and that it was. First up, we have a brand new design. I mean, it's similar to the last generation ones, but it's way thinner now. It comes in at 5.1 millimeters thin with the 13-inch model, which is brand new, you know, rounded up from 12.9. And the 11-inch is now 5.3 millimeters thick, so a little under the 5.4 millimeters thick or thin iPod Nano 7th gen, which is pretty crazy. I think Apple released an ad showing off how thin it is. And you know, some people are saying, oh, who cares? We didn't ask for a thinner iPad. Well, I'll tell you, when you have accessories with it and you're just whipping the thing around your place, when you're using it for productivity or whatever, it actually does make a difference. And it's much lighter now. The 11-inch coming under, just under a pound, and the 13-inch being close to it, maybe like 1.2 or 1.3 pounds. We'll find that out in the future when I actually get my hands on it. Can't wait to cover it more. What else? The space black color looks incredible. The display is absolutely phenomenal. Both the 11-inch and the 13-inch have a brand new dual OLED, so like they've stacked 2 OLEDs on top of each other to get a really high brightness level, 1000 nits sustained, SDR, by the way, not just HDR. So this is a big deal. That was something we wanted back then with the Mini LED M1 iPad Pro. They could only sustain like 500 or 600 nits with that. So this is a big deal. You can get it just as bright as your iPhone, and I'm a brightness freak, so I'm really excited about that. Just watch out if you're around me, you might get blinded. But anyway, new display, brand new chip too. And of course, Apple made a big deal about this. They said literally like, oh, you'd think we put the M3 in here, but nope, 2nd gen 3nm chip, M4, 10-core CPU, 10-core GPU. Really big deal, lots of horsepower. I think they're sort of underselling it right now. I think that iPadOS 18 will unlock more of its capabilities. So brand new chip on the inside there, lots and lots of CPU, GPU horsepower. Also AI and machine learning capabilities, which they demoed. So really exciting stuff. Cannot wait to get my hands on that and test it out for myself. They removed the ultra-wide camera, which is interesting. I was kind of disappointed, but like honestly, I mean, it kind of makes sense. They probably wanted to keep the costs down because it's now more expensive. The 11-inch starts at $1,000 or $999, and the 13-inch starts at $1,299 or $1,300. Thankfully, with upgraded base storage, so up from 128 to now 256 starting out. They also have a new nano texture on that display too if you want. It's an $100 additional thing, and you have to get the 1 terabyte at the very least to get it. So you have to spend extra, but it's a nice little addition if you're working in some weirdly lit or bright environments, I would imagine. But next up here, the third thing I want to talk about is the brand new Magic Keyboard. This is something we've been asking for a while, something more MacBook-like. And I was a little disappointed. I wanted it to be more MacBook-like, but they kind of kept it, you know, a hybrid of what I wanted and what the Magic Keyboard is. They kept the same kind of design where like it kind of folds out like this and has a little gap, but now they have a function row, and in the keyboard at least, it's now aluminum, bigger trackpad, so definitely more MacBook-like. I think the function row is a big deal, and yeah, I'm super excited about the space black color with it. Looks great too. Maybe I forgot to mention the iPad Pro comes in a space black color now alongside silver, so still pretty plain colors, but they look fabulous. The space black is really, really great. Better than space gray, I would say. So great new keyboard accessory. There's no data pass through though, just power. And then the last piece of hardware that they announced today was the Apple Pencil Pro. And maybe you heard me say that, I'm literally next to the street. Again, they released a brand new Apple Pencil. Now there are 4 in the lineup. I'm surprised they didn't get rid of the 1st gen, but that's just for education, which by the way, it can be paired weirdly with the iPad 10th gen, which is now $349, good to know. But back to the Apple Pencil Pro. It's really, really interesting. It's the same form factor, same battery life, all of that, but has a new pressure sensor towards the end of it where you hold it. When you push down on that, you can access a menu, which gives you more tools, which is great. You can also access a more in-depth, you know, sort of visual undo menu in some apps, which is amazing. And you also get, what is it called? Rotatability?
Barrel roll.
Barrel, see, I'm glad Chris is here. barrel roll, which allows you to rotate your tools in real time and just sort of, move stuff around and rotate them, and also sort of augment your, digital tool, pen, paintbrush in whatever way you want without having to turn your iPad. So yeah, that is a big deal. It's also compatible with the iPad Air 6th Gen and of course the iPad Pro, so it's sort of a new device exclusive. And last up, they came out with better new versions of Final Cut and Logic with some machine learning capabilities, some multicam stuff. I'll demo that later. I'm really excited to. But anyway, that is about it. I'm so happy to be here. It was amazing attending an in-person event. Good to be here with Chris Lawley and so many other amazing creators. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Expect some more content soon. And as always, I'm Noah, and I will catch you all in the next one.